Hey guys, what's up? My name is Veetus. Welcome to the Roads of Avalon Part 2 Dev Talk reaction video. I'm going to jump right into it before I try to read into the text that's below this video right now. Help me do this. Let's go. I'm excited. Here we go.
Hello and welcome to another Albion Online Dev Talk. Today we're going to continue our look at the roads of Avalon. In the last video, we explained how you can find a gateway to Avalon, how you can travel on the ancient Avalonian roads, and how you can use this as a shortcut between different places in Albion. Now, we'll talk about exploring Avalon beyond the roads themselves, what rewards and activities you can find, and how these activities are ideally suited for solo and small group gameplay. If you take a look at the map in Avalon, you will see that the roads are shaped in a very distinct way in the form of a rune or a symbol. This makes it easier to recognize sections of the roads that you have already visited and means you're less likely to get lost in the ever-shifting network of road sections. You will also notice that there are paths besides the roads themselves. We call this the Wilderness of Avalon. When exploring the wilderness, you will come across a variety of different places, from simple forest paths, to resource sites, to Abalone Encamps, and to dungeon entrances. The paths make up the majority of the wilderness, and they can be used as shortcuts to avoid possible encounters on the main roads or for exploration.
So he might say it, but he hasn't said it yet. He kind of glossed over it. He just said, and dungeons to explore. I wonder if they're going to be like Avalonian style dungeons or with Avalonian mobs or something. Okay, let's continue watching. But that's like the first thing that I was like, what kind of dungeons? Like, give me more about the dungeons. Like, that's my first thought. Okay, let's watch.
The resource sites are areas in the wilderness in which you'll find a concentration of harvestable resources. There are also elemental spirits guarding these sites, and unlike in the open world, here they appear as veteran and elite versions too. They're much harder to defeat, but they yield significantly more resources than their regular counterparts. If you're lucky, you'll encounter one of the new aspects or guardians at these sites as well, which now exists for Tier 7 and Tier 8. These yield very large amounts of resources and can now be enchanted all the way to enchantment level 3 as well. Resource sites in the Avalonian wilderness are marked on the map, but it is up to you to discover their tier and the strength of the spirits protecting the resources. The next type of location you can find are Abalone Encamps. Here, the Avalonians and their constructs have begun to collect artifacts and valuable treasure from the overgrown ruins of Avalon. Players can attempt to take these treasures, but the chests will only open once all Avalonians at the sites have been defeated. These camps exist from Tier 4 to Tier 8 and in versions for solo players, for small groups, and elite versions for groups of about 10 players.
I like
Camps
that.
are also marked on the map, but you will have to explore them to discover their tier, and you'll have to defeat the treasure's protectors to discover its value.
So I'm going to take this away. I love that these encounters, besides it looks like the dungeons maybe, but like these little camps and whatnot, it looks like all of this is out in the open, so it's like very risky. So I'm assuming the rewards are going to be good. I mean, we did see the rewards potential with the resources. So yeah, that's awesome. I like it. I like open world rewards are fantastic. So this is good. Let's keep watching.
Finally, there are also dungeon entrances in the wilderness of Avalon.
Okay.
These lead to the same solo, group, and elite randomized dungeons as you know from the open world, but the power of Avalon grants you a significant boost to fame and loot.
Oh.
These dungeons are significantly more rare than in the open world, however.
Oh.
As you can see, there's a lot of valuable treasure and fame to be found.
So better fame, potentially better rewards. Okay, so better rewards and more rare than open world. Okay, gotcha.
Found in the wilderness of Avalon. You just have to find it. Some of it you can claim on your own, but some of it is so valuable and difficult to acquire that you may want to tell your friends or your whole guild about it. Be quick to get there when you do, since the way will soon disappear in the mists. When you've managed to get your hands on something valuable, remember you still have to bring it home safely. Speaking of homes, this concludes today's video. But be sure to tune in for the next time, where we'll talk about how you can build your own hideout in Avalon and what it takes to live in a constantly shifting labyrinth of ancient gateways and paths.
Okay, I am so interested in the next aspect. How are there going to be territories? How are you going to take out a hideout? All these questions are coming to mind. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I guess, to be seen. But it's cool to see the different things that looks like you can do inside the mists, or the roads, sorry, of Avalon. There's the forest pass, the resource pass, the Abalone Encamps, and then the randomized dungeon entrances. So, okay, all right. I like it. I like it. I think it's good. This is like a whole new. This is like a new land. This is a big, grand, new place to be. Explore small groups, solo. Looks like they're. I don't know if this is going to be super designed for larger groups, maybe larger than 20, but interesting. But the building the hideout aspect that's coming next, I think I really want to know how those are going to be built and destroyed, because that will be huge in how I think the landscape of this really will unfold. So wow, okay, so that was part 2. Part 1 was cool. Part 2 is cooler. Part 3 is going to be the coolest. I don't know how they're going to top it with part 4, because it is a 4-part series. But anyway, that's it for this one, guys. Thanks for being here. My name is Veetus. Appreciate you guys watching. Have a great one.